So just a big thank you for coming. Tonight is really special actually because we want to make this more of an annual celebration, just to bring together people that have helped us do the things that we do. We get inspiration every day from working with all of you, and it's really important that we say thank you. So tonight is really about us saying thank you. But it probably hasn't escaped your notice that today is actually Giving Tuesday. And we're not here asking for your money, but we're here to talk about the concept of giving. Does anybody know where the idea came for Giving Tuesday, how it actually got going a few years ago? With Glamorous, yes, it is absolutely antidote to all the shopping frenzy of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And the idea about Giving Tuesday is not necessarily just about giving money, it's about people celebrating what they do for other people. It's about the stuff that they do that makes them feel good and the stuff that they love doing. So that's really what we do at the Community Foundation. We love doing what we do and we love you doing it with us. So we feel appropriate if we had a sort of annual celebration, which would be on Giving Tuesday, to thank you for all your support. So that's really what tonight is about. And also for me, and I've just been speaking to Robert, we've had an away day actually. We've had the board all away for the whole day today, so some of us have been talking about Community Foundation all day. And there was a theme that was coming through, that there are so many social problems, and many of them are really big. And are we ever going to sort them? Because there's always been homelessness, and there's always been children in difficult poverty situations. But the thing that really motivates me is that I think we can try to solve them. And even if we don't solve them always, we can actually try. And that is the really exciting message for the future. So tonight is about being optimistic, that actually we can try. And I think that's a really good ambition to have. And that was one of the things we were talking about, was very much what is our time frame. When we're talking about something like homelessness, we can't say that we're going to do it in the next 12 months. But we can have it within our ambition and our goals that together we can try and do something about it. So that's just one thing. If we think about this year, 2016, we're nearly at the end of it, and perhaps it's a chance to look back. But it's been a really special year for us because we celebrated our 21st birthday. In this year alone, we've invited lots of new trustees onto our board, so you're all very welcome. And we've got 2 new members of the staff. So I think that's quite a big change for us, lots of change. But I think hopefully everyone has actually seen our Oxfordshire Uncovered. And if there was ever a report or something that we've done as a community foundation that's needed the team that we have, I think it is to have produced this. It still never ceases to amaze us. Even tonight, people are saying things about it. Wonderful Peter put an article in the Civic Society. People are still commenting on it. And I think that is what we really need to do, is to have more people talking about the needs out there. The things that we all find unacceptable in this fantastic county that we live in. So I would like to say thank you to the team. We couldn't have done this without everyone's effort, and it was a great effort pulling together all the information. So thank you. The other thing that I would like to say is tonight, before you do leave, and we're not leaving yet, we have got copies of our 2016 impact report. So when we're talking about some of the problems, we would like you to have some sort of sense of what we're trying to do to solve some of the problems. And in the impact report, very similar document, you'll read about stories, organisations that we've actually made, been able to help with the funding that people give us. So perhaps you'll allow me just to talk about 1 or 2 of those things that we have funded, because I think that's quite important as we're all here tonight, that we do talk about some of those things. Now many of you, when I joined the Community Foundation nearly 6 years ago now, it was a very cold Christmas. It was very wintry, there was lots of snow in Oxford, and we decided to launch something called our Surviving Winter Appeal. It was very successful, and it was something that was taken on by community foundations across the country, trying to encourage people to donate their winter fuel allowance and enable the community foundations to help people who are in fuel poverty. And this was really successful, but what we identified after a few years was actually we were just focusing on winter, and people are in fuel poverty, people are in poverty. elderly people are lonely and isolated, not just in winter, it's throughout the year. So last year we were able to communicate with all our donors and say, actually what we'd really like to do, if you're in agreement, is actually that we shift the focus so that it's not just about winter, it's health and well-being. Because we know from Oxford Uncovered that many old people live in our rural villages, and many of those don't even have access to a car. And if you think about the distance between getting to John Radcliffe Hospital and you're living in a village, it can take over an hour. And if you haven't got a car and the bus isn't running, it can be really difficult. So I think that those are the sort of things that we're now trying to see what we can do to help, rather than just focusing on one thing like third party, which when we were working with the CABs in HUK, what they were actually telling us was it's really difficult. How can you don't have enough money to help everybody that can't afford to pay their fuel bills. But what you can do is you can help people and give them socialising activities and make sure that somebody visits them or that they have a hobby. And another thing that I think is really exciting is a project which is called Dance for Health. So most people know that old people tend to fall. And they tend to fall when it's wintry, and they maybe slip. And if they end up in hospital, sometimes, and I'm sorry because there's a consultant here and I'm going to say something, but often if they go in hospital and they're old, the likelihood of them dying within 12 months is actually quite a real situation. And that's because they don't recover from bones that are broken. So one of the projects that we've been able to fund that's been working in Banbury and Bicester, so other areas which are outside of the city here, is a project that actually offers dance classes, and it's inviting old people in, and it's actually smuggling in the physiotherapy exercises. So forget Ed Balls, it doesn't really matter. You can be doing physiotherapy, and the fun thing is, it lasts longer than the 4 weeks that they would normally get if they were going through the hospital system and seeing a physiotherapist. Actually what it does is they enjoy it, they make friends, and they do want to go and continue. So actually their bone density improves, he's nodding, this is really good. And so their likelihood of actually falling or having a serious fall and it harming their health is really important. So I think those are the sort of things that we can seek out. Somebody said today that they love the Community Foundation because they look to us to find projects of excellence, and I think that's a really good example of something that works on so many levels, and it's just a pleasure to work with organisations like that. And another one that does work with old people and young people is taking adults into schools, where children have often quite troubled home lives. Maybe they don't have role models, maybe they don't have fathers, they probably never even know who their grandfather is. But it's bringing old people in and trying to cross if you like, the generational gaps where people don't understand each other. And then these young people thrive, the old people suddenly have purpose, they get to go to concerts where the children are playing in things and the parents aren't even there, but the old person that's befriended by the young person. So that's another really good example of how we try to take our surviving winter idea and evolve it into something that we can do, not just for winter, but all the time. So hopefully that's given you a little flavour of some of the things we do. And there is another little very exciting thing that's going on at Christmas, because I think in Oxford Uncovered, again, we talked about carers. We talked about there being 12,000 young carers, some as young as 5, looking after maybe a parent or a sibling, administering drugs, which we didn't think was acceptable, and it was totally unacceptable. What the Thames Valley Police tell us is many of these children are often present in domestic abuse cases. So that is another big concern for us, that these children are then experiencing and witnessing things which no child should really see. And then, so sometimes children are removed from those situations. They're removed from families, but they're put into care. But that means, can you imagine what it's been like being taken from your family and suddenly not having a family and spending the next 5 years of your life in an institution where there are again no family role models. So one of the things that we are delighted to be able to support this Christmas and because it's Christmas, it seems to just be modern intelligence. But there are 300 young people that have left care that are actually living in Oxfordshire. So some who will have never had a family Christmas, they won't even know what it is to have a Christmas tree or presents. And there's an amazing initiative that's going on in a few cities around the country, and one of them's actually happening in Oxford for the first time. And we are really delighted to be able to support that. Two of the people that visited us today, they are helping with their whole family, they're involving their whole family, and it's aiming to give these young people the start of some happy memories for Christmas. And I think that's a really nice thought for us to take with us tonight, that actually, as Robert said, we can make a difference. We can start helping people to have a better experience in life. So if you want to know any more about the projects that we're all trying to support with your help, then do speak to anyone of us. But it really couldn't be done without any one of you. So really, I have to say thank you. You're all very special, and we really appreciate your support. And I said something today at the think tank, there are no top dogs in the Foundation. Everyone is equal, everyone's contribution, whether you're giving time, talent or treasure, we couldn't do it without you. And actually we need all of you, and we need more of you. So we're just going to say that you tell everyone about the Street Covered, you take your impact with you tonight, and you just help us spread the message, like Peter very kindly did. That's all we can ask. And thank you.